Hello friends and welcome to Let's Play Vinnie's Shooting Yard. I'm your host, MagicManMo. Okay, so I've done a little bit of research. Many of you will probably recall, if you're watching the Sift series, my confusion and where some of the characters come from and where some of the order of events that happen in the series happen. I've been a little confused. So we so far have played Sift Heads 0 through 5, because there is a 0, and we've met Shorty, and I don't know where she comes from. We've met Kiro, and I don't know where he comes from. I'm aware that 0 was made between 3 and 4, but of course is a prequel to the original 1 through 5 series. However, like I say, I don't know who Shorty or Kiro are, and in my confusion, I decided, you know what, I need to do some research. Clearly, I'm missing something. And as it turns out, I am. Some games popped up in between 1 through 5 that I didn't realize did, and there are some other spin-off series. For example, I know that there's a Sift Heads World series, I know there's a Sift Heads Renegade series, I know there are other series. What I didn't know is that they didn't all necessarily go like just in order, like 1 through 5 and then World and then Cartel. Some games were sprinkled in between. I've decided to try to get everything in the order that they were released in. I have gone and done some research, and as it turns out, this is Vinnie's Shooting Yard. I'm not sure what this one's about. This was made very early in the series, after 3, but before 0 was made. So here we go. I don't know what Vinnie's Shooting Yard is. I'm just gonna hit the play button. I don't know if there's gonna be any story to this one. This one might just be a shooter. I don't know. I'm gonna hit play. What is this? M16 assault. You need at least, what is that, 200,000 points to unlock this weapon? Well, I guess we're gonna go with the Glock 17. That's not a Beretta. Or Barrette. Which one was the pistol? God, I'm not good with guns. Magazine capacity 17 cartridges. The Glock 17 in caliber 9x19 is the most widely used law enforcement pistol worldwide. I guess we're gonna go with that one. Edit options. What is this? You can change your enemies, your bullets, and your action speed? Okay. I don't know what any of that means. I don't. 3. Oh god, it's like an arcade style. It's an arcade style game. I got. I missed. Wait, is this Vinnie being, wait, is this like a training? Like, is this him training to become law enforcement or something? Because we're using, it's very interesting because we have in the past, in the series, been on kind of both sides of the law. We've worked with the law, against the law, and everything in between. So is this Vinnie being trained by law enforcement? Because we don't truly know where Vinnie gets his training, where he learned to become everything. We played the prequel series, the Sift Heads 0. Man, I struggled to say that. How do I actually reload? I actually don't know. I actually don't know. You didn't tell me. Is it R? Is it space? It's space. Blam. Nope, missed. I missed one. We were doing very well. We were doing very well up until we weren't. We were doing very well right up until the moment we weren't doing very well. But we played the prequel, which told us, okay, what's going on? You may have a high score. Enter your MagicManMo. Okay. Speed 3. We got 19 out of the 25 headshots, 16 neck shots, none. 3 heart shots, no chest shots. We were doing really good at the headshots. Shots fired, 23. What the frick does that say? Ballies? Balles Perdus. I don't know what that means, but we got 4 of them. My accuracy was 54%, finals 162,000. All right, let's retry that. If we hit retry, does it send us right back into the same thing? No, it sends us back here. So it wasn't enough to get the assault rifle, but let's try the Glock again and see if we can do better. Use default settings? Okay. Should we give ourselves, like, if we have more enemies and bullets and stuff, do you think we can get higher score? How high does this go? How high does this go? Does it go beyond 100? Does it cap out at 100? It caps at 99. Oh, I can click and hold. Oh, thank you, Lord. We can go to 99 bullets, so we can go like 1 bullet per enemy. Action speed? Oh boy, I bet they show up faster. Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be real bad. We're gonna go to the maximum settings. But we've played the prequel game, so we know kind of like how, like, events in his life. Oh god, that was very fast. Oh god, oh no. Oh no, there's no way. Oh, I don't even think I'm hitting them. Oh, there's one. Oh god, I didn't even have time to see that guy. I didn't, okay, we need out of here. Can I just leave? Oh no, this is very fast. I don't have time. You think I have reaction time for, you know what, this would be a great way to train yourself to play like Call of Duty or Fortnite or something. Get used to seeing things quickly and firing at them quickly. I'm doing horribly. I'm like sometimes hitting them or getting very close to hitting them, but not actually hitting them because they're already on their way down or something. I'm not sure. That was practically no time at all. How could anyone play at speed 5? How would that even be possible? It's not possible. What the? My gun is in my way for some of the targets. I can't even see that. We have to go through 99. Guys, what have I done? What have I done? Oh no, there we go. But I don't think this is an arcade style game. I don't think we're gonna actually learn anything new about the story in this one in terms of the characters, where like all of the Shorty and Kiro come from. We're not gonna learn anything about them probably, but this is an interesting point to keep in mind that it's not shooting people, it's targets. It's literally target practice, even though they're called enemies. So that insinuates, of course, that Vinnie has had some kind of target training by, I guess, law enforcement, which is just interesting and probably gonna be the most that we learn out of all of, oh my God, are you kidding me? How many more? We've got 500. I am very often swinging to the upright of them. Oh my God. The ones that are like off to the side in the corner, I feel like my mouse is off screen because my gun goes partially off screen. Man, my accuracy, not good. Oh my God, that seems spot on to me. To me, there's no way. Oh, there is a main menu Q button. I guess we could hit Q and go to the main. Well, now I feel like I'm committed. Now I feel like I'm committed to seeing just exactly how well I can do, exactly what my score will be. It's not gonna be good, everybody. It's not gonna be good, but I am curious to see. I got to imagine that because we're playing on speed 5, there's gotta be like a higher multiplier or something, right? To try to make up the, oh, that was it. Oh, did we go through all 99? Oh my, you may have a, I mean, there's no way I do. I wonder what they're doing with this there's no way they're collecting this information now. There's no way this is being loaded up to any kind of leaderboard anywhere. This game came out in like 2007 or something, maybe 8, I'm not sure. This game came out over a decade ago. Speed was 5, 15 out of 99, that's so terrible. Our final score was 0%. Apparently our accuracy was 0%. I don't think that's possible. We had 3, we only had 99 bullets, so we had to have shots fired 90, right? So if we hit 6 people, no, 10 15 enemies killed, we got 15 out of 90. That's at least 15%. That's at least 15% accuracy. This is a bunch of bollocks. We're gonna hit the retry button. We're gonna try to get that 200,000 score. We're gonna hit action speed down to 2. Should we slow it down to give us a little bit more time to get a better score so we can unlock that gun? We could go all the way down to 1 speed, but 3 was we were doing pretty well at even 3. Our issue with 3 was that at the time I didn't actually know how to reload. I don't know why we went for the, oh God, the heart shot when I should just be going for the headshot, obviously, for the maximum points. We have a long time to get as high a score as we possibly can, and I feel pretty good about it because we were almost there before. Now we have a lot more enemies and bullets. I wonder if we're getting a deduction in our score because of the extra bullets and targets. I find it fascinating. Like, I guess I find it fascinating that this is such a departure from the gameplay of the previous games that had come before this. This was made after Sift Heads 3, so they went 1, 2, 3. And then Pop Brain, Pyrazin, whatever he was going by at the time, or whoever made this, he, she, it, they, we, made this. This is an arcade style. It's even encrypted, and they make a big deal about it up there in the top left, that this game is encrypted, which I assume is just to try to maintain cheat integrity for the leaderboards or whatever when you type in your name for the high score. And I assume that's all that's about. Which I understand. I completely understand that. When you, whenever you play like one of those leaderboard style arcade games, and you can go to the leaderboard, you can just tell that everyone's got like 99,999,999,999,999 as their score, and you're like, I feel like that's impossible on Flappy Bird. So I'm sure somebody hacked or cheated or something. So I completely understand where that comes from, but this is such a departure from the usual gameplay, and like I say, even story of the original series up to this point. It's interesting. I will kind of wonder what the idea, what the premise or idea was behind making this departure. Why I hit space. Oh, I'm out of ammo, aren't I? Because I shot a couple times, a couple enemies. We should be about through. I'm out of ammo completely, but there it is. What did we get? What did we do on this one? Let's find out. Hang on. I don't know why I keep typing out my entire full MagicManMo. I can just only imagine if he's still collecting this information. Oh my God, what is that? What even is that score? 126,262.62626. Really? Well, that was not very good. That was not very good. Our accuracy was 63%, which was better than our first time that we played. Obviously, a ton more headshots. I think our issue is that because we have these altered stats here, we need to go back to default and just do better at default, and then I think we can unlock the gun. Oh, how do we do this time? That wasn't too shabby. I have to admit that weirdly enough, 165,000, I still couldn't quite pull it off. So we got 22 out of 25. 3 people got away from us. I still don't know what Perdus is. What does that mean? Okay, I just Google it. It means stray bullets. So that's shots that I fired off that didn't hit anything, basically. How do I get my accuracy? I mean, 55%. Shots fired 27, I guess I missed 5. So, okay, I think what we need to do is make sure that we don't have any balles perdus. Make sure we can get that accurate. How is the accuracy, though, only 55%? Right? Because I hit 27 out of 32. That's way better than 55%. 55% if I fired 32 times, 55% would be 18 out of 32. It'd be about 18 out of 32 if I'm not mistaken. And like I say, I hit 27. How do I do better? Let's bump it to action speed 4 and see what we can do here. Maybe that will give us more score. Oh my God. I think we're just gonna hit it up with a triple M just to keep moving along. Final score is 0. How is accuracy 0%? What are these stats? What are these? They're just making stuff up. What if we action speed down to 2? Give myself a little bit more time, but it's the default settings instead of the like 99 settings or whatever. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more time to really try to make sure we hit those headshots and see if we can get that up a little bit. I don't know. It seems to me like I don't fully understand where the score comes from, what the accuracy, like even some of the statistics that I know they're keeping, I don't know what they all mean. The ones where it's like shot, God bless America, I need to not miss somebody. I was just trying to get lined up. But it seems to me that like the ones that hit, that's a pretty straightforward statistic, and yet here we are sometimes not understanding where accuracy comes from. Oh, but it's 2 people we missed. I don't think we can let people go by. I think that's how you end up losing a lot of your score, is when they get away, I guess. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let this be the one. 160. That was an 80% accuracy, but it was at a slower speed, and 2 people got away. I want to use the M16 assault rifle. Oh, this might be the one. There it is. That was the one, the 210,000. We upped the enemies to 30 instead of 25. We did end up missing 3 and we had 5 stray bullets, but that's about the stats we normally did, but now with more enemies at the usual speed. And apparently that was just enough to give us the 210. So now if I hit retry, now we can do the M16 assault rifle, which could carry capacity is 30 rounds. Colt developed a variation of the M16A1 adapted for the SS109 556mm NATO cartridge and submitted it to the military trials as the M16A1E1. I don't know about any of that. I'm not a gunman, but I'm gonna hit that one and hit the default settings and see how we do with a different gun. Does it make any difference at all? Other than the fact that I guess what, is it automatic? Is this just functionally exactly the same game? Like if I click and, if I click and hold, I mean the targeting reticle seems like it might be smaller, so maybe it's a more accurate weapon. That's probably it. Like my targeting is a bit smaller, so it maybe allows you to be a little bit more accurate with your shots if you try to be. That's probably it. So maybe, I mean, I've already goofed up this round because I've been messing around to see how the game worked, blah, 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 right? I was messing around with it a little bit. There's high scores, by the way. High score only available at games, okay, I don't think that website exists anymore, so we can't look at high scores. There's the credits, there's the web cipher, there's game free. Okay, cool. I think that's gonna have to do it for this, because we unlocked a new game, a new gun, but it's exactly the same gameplay. So I think we're gonna put it in right there. That's Vinnie's Shooting Yard. Weird arcade style game. There is a Vinnie's Shooting Yard 2, and we're gonna give that a look later as well, just to see what the difference is and what that looks like. And then we will be up to, here, let me give you a look at this. Just to give you an idea of when these games happened, I'm on Newgrounds. I just picked Newgrounds as a website because I think that might be where Pop Brain is the name of, if I scroll up here, can you see Pop Brain? Here, let me scroll that. See, Pop Brain. Pop Brain, I think, first started submitting on Newgrounds. I think is where they first started doing that. So you have Sift Heads. This is the original. They have Sift Heads 2, Sift Heads 3 up here in 2008. Yeah, 2008, Sift Heads 3. And then we had Vinnie's Shooting Yard, which is what we just played. And of course, they have some other games that come up here too. But right now, we're just interested in Sift Head stuff. There's Vinnie's Shooting Yard 2, and then the Sift Head 0, which we've played. And then there's a Shooting Yard 3, and then there's a Sift with Shorty, and that might be the first time we ever get introduced to Shorty in the series. And then there's Sift Heads 4, and then there's Vinnie's Shooting Yard 4. There's a bunch of shooting yards. I assume they're all the same idea. Then there's Sift Xmas, which I guess is a Christmas style Sift Heads game. Then there's Renegade, and this is important to me because I was going to start playing World, but apparently Renegade is what introduces Kiro, which, as we know, once we get to Sift Heads 5, he's out for revenge against us for reasons that I didn't understand. And like I say, then we start working our way up to, I think, Sift Heads, Vinnie's Rampage Act 1 happens. Again, Worlds hasn't even happened yet. And then it's Sift Heads 5, which we've played. We've played that one. And then it's Shooting Yard 5. God, there's a lot of shooting yards. And then Renegade 2, and then we finally get to Sift Heads World Act 1, and then we start getting onto World Act 3, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, Act 5. The Sift Heads Worlds go through, like, basically 1 through 5. I think there's a 6th one, yep, and 6, all in a row. So then we'll finally get caught up to that, and then I think there's a Sift Heads Ultimatum. I'm not sure, the final chapter and final confrontation between Vinnie and Alonzo. That's a thing, apparently, that happens. A spin-off game, Sift Heads Street Wars. Sift Heads 1 Remasterized, but that's just the first game. Sift Heads Assault. Sift Heads Assault 2, Sift Heads Assault 3, that's the Assault series, and then finally Sift Renegade 3, and then Sift Renegade 3 Defiance, and that's finally the end of the Renegade series. And then we finally start the Sift Heads Cartels, Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3 finally, and then we will finally be through it. So that's been Vinnie's Shooting Yard. I'm committed at this point. Eventually we're gonna play all the Sift Heads games. I hope you guys enjoy the series. It's not like one of the more popular series of all the games I've ever done or whatever, but at this point we've played so many, I feel like we might as well keep trucking. Anyway, if you have any other suggestions about other games to play, let me know what your favorite Sift Heads games are, etc. If you have any other types of comments, leave those down below. That's going to be this video, and if you enjoyed it, please do all the things, and until next time, wash your hands. Okay, bye. Shooting Yard is actually kind of a weirdly lackluster game, and I truly do believe it's because of the lack of story. I'm really hoping there's some kind of extra elements to the next, like 4 or 5 of them or whatever the heck it was, but I'm not holding my breath. Thanks for watching.